In this video, we're going to be using a test soap from Shannon Soaps and the leaf for a dome shave. Stay tuned. Hey there folks, and welcome back to another video. I'm your host CDB, and thank you so much for joining me again for another dome shave. I appreciate it. And today we're going to use another sample of a Shannon's soap, and this one smells exactly like pipe tobacco. Now I know there's been soaps on the market before that are pipe tobacco in nature, but this one, let me tell you, it smells closer to pipe tobacco than anything I've ever smelled before. So it's quite remarkable in that regard. Sort of reminds me of my grandfather who smoked a pipe when I was younger. Anyway, let's not drone on about that too long. We're going to use the leaf for a dome shave today, and I've got it Subarized or Subied or whatever you want to call it. Shaving with Subi, you know, he's always doing unconventional stuff with this razor. So again today, I have 2 half blades in the bottom and 1 half blade in the next spot up, none in the top, and we'll see how it goes. Again, if you want to understand all of that kind of stuff, check out Subi. I do not recommend it for you to do it. I take no responsibility if you do, but I'm going to try it just because I'm adventurous like that sometimes, and I used it before and I liked it. The Subi method worked, so we'll roll with it again today. So we're going to wet the dome and try out this Shannon Soaps, and once again, Shannon's with such ease makes a terrific lather. And I know you're tired of hearing me drone on about it. I know. But each time I use it, I'm like, wowee, this stuff lathers so easily. And again, if you want to see how I lathered it, we'll put a lather tutorial below and also pop it up here and put it at the end as well. This stuff, the ease of use for me is through the roof. Now, I know I had a gentleman reach out to me the other day, about a week ago or some days ago, saying he wasn't getting the sort of results that I am. Do exactly what I do in that tutorial and see if it comes around for you. If it doesn't come around for you, then you could be looking at potentially hard water, maybe your brush or something, because it should come around if you have similar conditions to me, and you're doing what I do, you know, adding a little bit of water. See how silky and creamy that is? Well, shout out to Creamy Silky. I didn't realize I was kind of channeling Silky Creamy there. But anyway, check out Silky Creamy's channel too. Another newcomer that I've been enjoying quite a bit. 2 gents there, Subi and Silky Creamy. Silky does different kind of videos, but this lather really is silky and excellent. And it smells more like legit pipe tobacco than any soap I've ever smelled that had a pipe tobacco scent. This one, I think, nails it. And so it is just a test though, so keep that in mind. This may never come to market. I don't even know if I was allowed to say what the scent was, but I did, so it's too late. But anyway, if you're a fan of pipe tobacco and she puts this out at some point, you know, you might dig it, because it legitimately, excuse me, I'm already tongue twisted, that's a bad sign. It legitimately smells like pipe tobacco. Again, it reminds me of my grandfather who smoked a pipe when I was younger. And you could, you know, don't think of pipe tobacco as like cigarette smoke. I think some people who have never been around pipe tobacco will assume it's like, it smells like cigarette smoke. It does not, and keep in mind there are many different tobaccos with different scents to them. So you can have like cherry sort of scent to it, vanilla, all sorts of different sorts of scents. So please keep that in mind. Keep that in mind. One of the things I want to mention though is having the extra half DE blade in that bottom really does make it feel more rigid. It does have a different feel. The leaf always feels mild. I think putting that additional blade in there makes it feel a little less so. I don't know if Subi agrees with me on that, but that's what I'm getting. It, to me, gives it more rigidity. I know I'm having trouble speaking today. I just came in from outside, so forgive me. It makes it feel a little bit more efficient. Or at least it is to me. But so we'll feel after the first pass and see, you know, just how we're doing. Because I don't plan to make a long video today because I got stuff I need to do. And again, I shoot these ahead. So it's probably, you know, 5 days to a week, since I've shot this video is to win at errors, so keep that in mind. But some of Subi's methods seem entirely unconventional, and maybe some might even call it wacky, but I kind of like it. So I will give it a shot, and I believe in giving credit where credit is due. If you see somebody doing something and you learn something from it, or you want to try it, you know, give them credit. Why not? I think it's the nice thing to do. You should. Just because you might be somebody who's done things for a long time doesn't mean that you can't learn a new trick, you know, and try something new and try to add some enjoyment to your routine. Let's get that right there off. It is cutting well, I'll tell you that. Well, I'm not going to show you that. I was going to show you that stubble, but it's kind of gross really to show stubble, isn't it? At least I've never been a big fan of doing that or seeing it, so I shouldn't show you. I was tempted to do it just to show you, yeah, it is cutting, you know, quite well. So keep that in mind. It just feels different, is the best way I can describe it. I don't know, you know, precisely what the effect is, but I know it feels. Pardon me for the sniffles there. Again, I came from outside and the seasonal allergies are sort of in full effect because everything's in bloom and we get a little sniffly. But anyway, this definitely brings a new sort of dimension to the leaf, if you will, in terms of the way it feels. And I enjoy it. And so we'll do Subi's method today, and he does a lot of this where he's putting blades that aren't intended for certain razors and just trying different things and just sort of, you know, he calls it hacking. Of course, that's now everybody calls doing something a little bit different hacking. You know, I'm an IT guy myself, so hacking to me means something different, but now you know, it's become a popular term just to, when you're doing something unconventionally or changing the way something is done or retrofitting something, or, you know, he calls it hacking, which it is in a way. But it's a popular phrase now. I'm going to give you a hack, you know. Are we hacking really then? I don't know. Maybe we are. I don't know. I'm hoping that I'm not going to be hacking during the shave. So maybe hacking in conjunction with shaving isn't the best descriptor. But that said, I realize that it's a very popular phrase. And so when you put hacking on your thumbnail, and it is, you know, by today's definition, considered sort of, you know, giving you life hacks or this hacks or that hacks, it sort of makes it more appealing. And so I dig it. It's no problem with me. I just thought, you know, hacking, should I be saying hacking while shaving? I don't want to be hacking while shaving, do I? Anyway, let's see how we've done. I think I could work behind here a little bit. Did I get my ear? I hope I didn't get my ear. No, I don't see any blood. I'm always scared of clipping the ear there, which is I gotta be careful around there. Subi has a little more clearance, I think, between his ear and his head than I do. So I'd be careful there. But I tell you what, that one pass, wow, just with a little touch up here, I think we're gonna be good to go. I do think Subi is onto something. Somehow, some way, I do think that extra blade in there is lending itself to a little efficiency. Now, I'm open to the possibility it could be placebo effect. I'm just thinking it and making it so, but I think I'm feeling a little more efficiency. I really do. And so we'll give Subi credit for that. The hair right here is always the most difficult for me to get. So we'll do some touching up there. By the way, can you see that? Can you see that hydration? It's the Shannons. It's just nuts. It's so easy too. That's what blows my mind about it. And again, I said I wasn't going to drone on about it, so let's not drone on about it. But it's so much fun for me to use it because I know I can just come in here and just bang a great lather out so easy. And there are some soaps on the market today where I've got to really be careful with them as to not overhydrate And if I don't use enough product, they just sort of get sucked up into the brush and there's no volume whatsoever. And so when I use the Shannons, I know I'm not facing that problem. Same thing with Sterling, PAA, you know, Murphy, McNeil, and some of the other soaps. But Shannon's, for me, is my favorite soap to lather because it, for me, requires the least effort. And again, I show you how I do it on my tutorial, which I will have, of course, linked below. Very, very easy. So what are we going to say today about the Subi method? We've Subarized it, we've Subied it, we've Subi-somethinged it. It's good. I think there's something to it. I think Subi, again, and every time I say something about Subi, he gives a lot of really positive comments in return and thanks. Look, Subi, I'm enjoying your videos, man. You deserve it. A breath of fresh air. You're like the white version of Mel with that enthusiasm. I like it, and this is why I'm mentioning your channel, because, you know, I learned something from you, and I appreciate that, and you should always give credit where credit is due. So the mentions and so on is because you've earned it. You've captured my attention, and when someone has captured my attention or I see something remarkable, I will mention it. So that's why Subi said, thank you for your unconventional and fun methods, bringing that fun into the hobby. I think we can all use that. It was a great shave today. The Shannons hit the spot. This pipe tobacco is on point. For me, is it my favorite scent? No, I'm not a fan really of pipe tobacco scents, but it does remind me of real pipe tobacco, that smokiness, that it's just the type of scent that only comes from pipe tobacco. And so I am impressed with how close that is. And so we'll leave it there. We'll do the post off the video because there's no reason to really bring you into that today because I have things to do. I want to thank you all for watching. Thanks to Subi again for the method with the leaf. I've been enjoying it. Had another great shave. I hope wherever you are, you folks have excellent shaves as well. Till next time, I've been your host, CDB, reminding you, it's your shave, do it your way. And as always, God bless.